Welcome to the Indie Music Archive, Phase 2. As you know, Phase 1 was moving out of the premises in Penzance to storage, which was a huge job after being there for 15 years. Then we moved to Portugal just at the tail end of the pandemic, and we were desperately looking for a place to put it. And finally, after a couple of years, we found somewhere. Our landlord actually wanted us to move out of the place we were in. So we were like, oh no, what are we going to do? But it was just a small flat. Then we stumbled across this, and we found a great new landlord, and he's a cool business photographer. He was originally going to have it as a gallery, and somebody came along, and he'd changed his mind. Somebody came along and said they wanted to fix motorbikes in here, and he was like, no, I don't want to do that. He's kind of an artistic guy. And when we told him that we wanted to do with the archive and the records and music and everything, he was like, yes, that's what I want. And so we've been in the process of cleaning, putting stuff in here. If you just swing around, you'll see we've been kind of like going to second-hand furniture stores, and we got these chairs and a table with it's unbelievable. We got this table and chairs for 60 euros. Just unbelievable. So you know, these are the big windows out to the street. So it's Coelho Neto. It's the centre of Porto, in Portugal. We just got a piano the other day, a nice 100-year-old German piano, which is super cool. And yes, that is my ARIA award. There's a couple of Indie Music Archive signs. You know, we have some security cameras. You saw the gate when we came in. This is one of our guards here. Apparently the crucifix really helps. And so this is kind of like what the front area is going to be, just kind of like a, you know, place where people can come and hang out and use what will be the archive, library and studio as they please. What the place really is, it's you know, the archetypal creative place, creative space. So with the opportunity to record here and have this great archive of music, of books and magazines and all kinds of stuff, it's going to be a really great vibey place. And we're in a great vibey street here, in a great vibey city, in a great vibey country. You know, some of the things we've already managed to get here with us. This is welcome to Indie Music Archive in Portuguese. As you can see, we've got some of the skulls in here, because what is a music archive without skulls? That's where the legendary one working toilet and one working tap is, in there. So that's great, because that was a bit of a problem, along with electricity and no internet. And this is going to be one of the main archive rooms. As you can see, it's got lots of boxes. We're going to have to find some ways of dealing with storage, of course, for boxes of things. There's this place used to be a lab, so there's sinks in odd places. So these we're going to have taken out. We're going to have it renovated, as in we're going to have plug sockets put in, and we're going to have it painted, because it's all beige, you know. So that's not the best thing. Although there hopefully is going to be shelves here with, you know, you'll be able to see the colours through the shelves on the top, and, you know, the items on top, but the you know, the vibrant colours will come through the walls. So this is just one of the rooms where there's going to be tons of shelving full of vinyl, and this is another one. This is just full of stuff just to be sorted out at the moment. Just this might be CD room A, you know. We'll see. So there's another little room. Then if you come down this little hallway here, I'll show you this hallway in a minute. This is kind of like, you know, baby archive, another room which will be used for records and stuff. This is just material records that I've collected since I've been in Portugal, with a couple of trips to America and England and Germany. Records I've just picked up. Some of them I brought with me from England, whatever I could carry, like the Beatles boxes, you know, mono and stereo Beatles boxes and things like that. But if you come back through this, you'll see there's another sink there, which obviously has to go. If you come back through here, and straight back through this room, because we're going to go down the hallway, right round, and this here, this hallway, is the idea is to have shelving on either side. Because of this thing here, I think CDs or vinyl fit here without sticking out too much. So you could maybe have CDs on one side and vinyl on the other. So you go through a corridor of music here. Obviously, this is just junk that was left here when we moved in. We've got rid of a few things, but there's still a 18th century computer there and a very grungy carpet which we've got to get rid of. So you come down here, we've got the internet, yay! And we're going to have all these walls painted, and see they've got to be rendered, got to be fixed up, you know, because there's all this sort of damage. The place was empty for 5 years, so we've got to try and sort it out and fix it up. There's all these nice nooks and crannies here. There's a bathroom there. I won't turn the light on because it's a really noisy old fan in there. There's a toilet in there and a sink, with no taps, of course, because they seem to, when they left, they took the taps. This is another room which we're going to, you know, incorporate. This is going to be I don't know, it can be anything. It can be a place to sit with a sofa and create and write and have a rest, and you know, Olivia might do some all the sort of officey work that needs doing, all the administration to sort of make a place like this happen. You can see we've got gates. All these were broken, so we had to replace this section of the gate. This is the back window. Actually, the floor, the street level is here, whereas at the front you go down some steps, but the street level is actually there here, so we're actually below the street level. So as you can see, if you look at the walls, and you know, there's odd pipes banging out, and there's painting that needs to be done, and rendering, and sort of damage down there, and as you can look at the floor, so we need to get the floor sorted out in this place because it's just a mess. Then if you look back across there, that's the view the other way, down the hallway. And then you come in here, this is the room with the legendary chair, where this is where you sit and listen to your favourite archive collection speakers. There's a USB turntable which I don't actually really use, and a nice Lin deck, and a spare Lin deck as well if one goes down, because sometimes they do. Nice little NAD amp and a Cambridge Audio CD player. Not the most expensive stereo you've ever seen, but it's pretty okay. You know, this is actually a little booth which I created to put an amp in, so I could make some noise and put a lid on it. I actually found these in a second-hand store, and I thought, God, those are like baffles you'd see in a studio. So I haven't even tried it yet, but I'm hoping it's going to work. But as you can see, you know, we've got some nice carpets in here. We've got a keyboard and guitar stand. My guitars aren't here at the moment, actually, because we wanted to get all the security sorted out first before we started putting, you know, equipment in here. But you know, computers here, little workstation, some effects, you know, and this is where I do all my sessions with people online, it's also, I'm also able to record, and if somebody sends me something, I can plug in, you know, and play guitar on somebody's track, or sing, whatever it takes. So that's here, and this, again, we want to paint, you know, because it's beige. You know, if you could paint that wall yellow. I don't know, it's so beige in here. We're thinking of going South American and going crazy, vibrant colours. Last but not least, this is the kitchen. No taps, no water heater for the kitchen. There's no hot water here in the place. So if we want hot water, we have to get a boiler and install that. There's no, real working top. Well, this was a working top, I suppose, but we've got some amenities here. But we need to put a working top here, so people can cook or just prepare sandwiches or do whatever they do. And again, more work needed on the walls. This one, these we have keys for the other one, but this one, although it's not damaged, we don't have a key for, so that's kind of permanently stuck. What else? That's it really. As you can see, there's been some serious damage over the years. We're going to get that fixed. And the sliding door that's falling away. But if I walk you back through the place, you can sort of get a feeling for what it is we're trying to do. And we're doing a GoFundMe for what we're calling phase 2 of the archive project. And phase 2 of the archive project is to get this place ready for the for everything to arrive. Records, vinyl, CDs, books, blah blah blah, everything else. I mean, I've got most of my guitars here. A few amps have got to come, but so that's phase 2. Phase 3 will be actually moving it here, transporting it here, which we're working on. And we're just working on the theory that because I actually own everything, that it is personal goods and they're not going to hit me with import taxes and everything like that. One of the problems and one of the reasons we have to get it here quickly is because now we have this, now we've started to pay rent on it. So we're paying rent on the storage house in England and rent in the place which everything from the storage house will go into. So we can't be paying double rent for very long because that's just going to break us. So get this ready and get that here as soon as possible. And last but not least, this is nothing to do with my it being my 65th birthday weekend. That actually is totally pure coincidence. But if you'd like to contribute or help in any way, it would be much appreciated. And music, vinyl, for posterity, to preserve. It's just a labour of love and a dream to have this fantastic place until I fall off my proverbial perch. So thanks for listening, watching. Hope you enjoyed the place, and be in touch.